Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Creative Hub. Today we are going to learn the spelling rules. I hope you will enjoy it a lot. So let's begin. First one is Q is followed by U. The letter Q is almost always followed by U, as in words like queen, earthquake, and equity. When used in this way, the U is not considered to be a vowel. Rule 2. S never follows X. The letter C often takes its place to achieve the desired sound, as in excise and excite. C makes two sounds. The letter C can make either the K sound or the S sound. You will hear it pronounced as a K before most letters, including words like cat, cloud, and cotton. You will hear it pronounced as an S before the vowels E, I, and Y, as in words like sanctuary, citation, and cyclical. Rule 4. Short vowels only need one vowel. In most words with a short vowel sound, only one vowel is needed. Examples of this rule include AT at, IT it, HOT hot, RED red, and UP up. Rule 5. Double the F, L, and S in one syllable words. If these letters come at the end of a one-syllable word, you must double them. Examples include the double F in stiff, the double L in stall, and the double S in class. Rule 6. Drop the final E after a suffix. When adding a suffix, you usually need to drop the final E, especially in American English. Many words end with a silent final E, and when adding an ending that starts with a vowel, you should always remove it. In this way, come becomes coming, hope becomes hoping, race becomes racing, and squeech becomes squeeching. Rule 7. Remove an L from all as a prefix. The word all, when written alone, has two L's. When used as a prefix, however, only one L is written. Examples of this rule includes almost, also, altogether, and always. Rule 8. Prefixes generally don't change the spellings. Generally, adding a prefix to a word does not change the correct spelling. So, adding DE to activate results in deactivate, and adding non to fiction becomes non-fiction. Rule 9. Suffixes don't have to change the spelling. Words ending in a vowel and Y can add the suffix ed or ing without making any other changes. For example, jockeying, journeying, and toying are all examples of this rule. Rule 10. Contractions need epistrophes where letters are missing. The epistrophe in can't signifies the missing letters N and O in cannot. Next rule. Proper nouns must be capitalized. Proper nouns are specific people, places, or things. Proper nouns are specific labels, and whenever someone's name or the official title is being used, these nouns must be capitalized. Rule 12. G can say J or G. G sounds J before an E, I, or Y. For example, jam, giant, zim. It sounds G before everything else. For example, garden, glad. Rule 13. To spell the sound of k at the end of a word, we use ck or k. Use ck after a short vowel, for example, sick. After everything else, use a k, for example, milk. Our next rule is very important and most confusing, which is the I before E except after C rule. You must have seen in the words believe, achieve, we use I before E, but in the words receive and sealing, we use E before I. So the rule says that whenever we write E and I after C, then the sequence of writing will be E and then I. As a basic rule, this is great. But what about ancient, laser, neighbor? We have a longer version of the rule. I before E except after a long C, but not when C is a sh sound and not when sounded like a, as in neighbor or way. Let's see in more detail. I before E rule, believe, achieve. As we have already discussed it. Except after C, receive, sealing, but not when C is sounded like sh. Ancient, proficient, not when sounded like a. Examples: 8, beige. Our next rule is changing Y to IES, especially while creating the plural. You might not know the spelling rule, but you might know the spelling pattern most people do. If the word has a consonant before the Y, take off the Y and add IES. For example, baby, BABY. Here we can see before Y there is a consonant which is B. So we will remove the Y and will add IES. It will become babies. The same way, companies, difficulties. You can notice the spelling. But when the word ends in a vowel plus Y, just add S, because we can't have 3 vowels in a row. The examples are keys, delays, trolleys. Here you can see before Y, the vowels are there, E and A. In keys and delay. Next rule is adding ES to words ending in S, double S, G, CH, SH and X. This was added centuries ago to stop the plural S clashing with these letters, and it softens the S sound to a Z sound. For example, bus, buses, business, businesses, watch, watches, box, boxes, quiz, quizzes. So did you notice what we have done? We have added ES to make the plurals of such words which ends with S, double S, Z, CH, SH or X. Now this rule is going to be very interesting. What is this? This is 1-1-1 doubling up rule. Let's see the examples here. Put, putting, big, bigger, quiz, quizzes, swim, swimming. When a word has one syllable plus one vowel next to one consonant, we double up the final consonant with a vowel suffix. So, have you understood this? 1, 1 and 1. Again, I am repeating. The first one stands for one syllable word. Another one stands for vowel, and the last one stands for consonant. For example, SIT, sit, is a one syllable word. It has one vowel and it has also one consonant, that is T. So, this is the word in which we have to use the 1-1-1 doubling up rule. So, it will become sitter. The same way BIG, big, is a one syllable word. It also has a vowel followed by a consonant. So, here also we will double the last letter. It will become biggest. We can use its different forms like bigger, biggest. More such examples are tapping, shopper, shopping, fatten, fattening, fatter, fattest. We also follow this rule with longer words when the stress is on the final syllable. For example, begin. Here we have two syllables, B and gin, begin. And our stress is on the last syllable, that is gin, begin. So in such cases also we will double the last letter while making more words with this. For example, beginning, beginner. The same way more examples are refer, referring, referred. One more example, occur, occurring, occurred, occurrence. Rule 18, drop the E rule. We usually drop the final silent E when we add vowel suffix endings. For example, write plus ing, writing. Excite plus able, excitable. The same way you can see many more examples are given here. In all these examples, you can notice that the suffix starts with a vowel. But in few cases, we don't drop the ending E. We will know about it in our next rule. Rule 19. We keep the E if the word ends in CE or GE to keep a soft sound with able or OUS. For example, courage plus OUS, courageous. Outrage plus OUS, outrageous. Notice plus able, noticeable. Manage plus able, manageable. So why we are learning this rule? Because we know that in most of the words, if we make the another word from that word, so generally the last letter E is removed. But in which cases we will not remove, that we are learning in this rule. So the case is when the word ends with CE or GE. Next rule is words ending in FUL. The suffix FUL is always spelled with one L. For example, great plus FUL, grateful. Faith plus FUL, faithful. Generally, people get confused and they write double L with such words. Now let's listen to the next rule very carefully and patiently. Changing the Y to I when adding suffix endings. If a word ends in a consonant plus Y, the Y changes to I. Unless adding endings with I like ing or ish, which already begins with an I. Let's see the examples. Beauty plus full. Here you can see a consonant before letter Y. So, we will change the Y to I, and the new words which will be formed are beautiful, beautify, beautician. More examples, happy plus ness. Y will change to I and it will become happiness. happily, happier, happiest. More examples are given here. Let's see the word dry, D-R-Y, dry. Here again we can see a consonant before Y. So the Y will convert to I and it will become dried, D-R-I-E-D, dried. But you can see I have highlighted two words with blue color. Why like this? Because I have already told you that see the rule. I have written there, unless adding endings with I like ing or ish, which already begins with an I. So with ing or ish, the Y will remain as it is. It will not convert to I. The same way, we have two more words here. Next important rule is F to VES or S while converting the words to plural forms. Most words ending in F or FE change their plurals to VES. For example, calf, CALF will become CALVES. Calves. The same way, HALF, half, will become HALVES, halves. Some words can have both endings VES and S. SCARF, scarf, we can make its plural by adding S as well as by adding VES. Scarf, scarves, dwarf, dwarfs, both the spellings are correct. But words ending in double F, you just add S to make the plural. For example, cliffs, sniffs. But some words ending in F add S. Which words are those? Nouns which end in two vowels plus F usually form plurals in the normal way with just an S, like chiefs, roofs, etc. The exceptions are thieves, leaves. While discussing the rule 20, we had seen that the suffix ful is always spelled with one L, for example, grateful, hopeful, etc. But the rule 23 says when we add ly to words ending in ful, then we have double letters. For example, gratefully, faithfully, hopefully. We also add ly to words ending in e. For example, love plus ly, lovely, like plus ly, likely, lively, completely. But there is an exception, which is true plus ly is not truly. The spelling will not be truely, it will be truly. This is a common misspelled word. We change the end E to Y in these LE words. For example, gentle, gently. We have removed the E from here. The same way, idle, idly, subtly. I hope this video is going to always help you in reading and writing the words correctly. Thank you.